That's how they start any campaign, any propaganda. Like he said, he's been into a lot of social media battles. So I'm sure he knows the first thing to start with is to distort the truth, is to come out with false information, make it look like, oh, some people started bullying him or coming for him. That's what he's been doing now. You see him going from platform to platform. And you might be wondering what we were talking about here is King White. I don't want to call him black something or something, so that he can really get the message I'm talking to him, so that people don't think, are we afraid to call his name? That's his name, King White.
White.
Yes. Even though he's not portrayed himself in actions, because they say actions speak are louder than voice. In all his actions, at least for the few months I've been on this justice for Mohbad, both privately and publicly, if you want to reconcile his actions, you will find out that he's in debit of character. He's in debit of integrity. He's bereft of logical reasoning. And when you now call somebody like that a peacemaker, it can only be a joke. Somebody that cannot even make peace in his own house. He actually went on a show today, and he went there to distort the truth. The first thing, one of the things he said there was that I filed an application for him. I have not, I don't remember me saying anywhere on this black app that I did something for him. Why would I do something for him? Anything, what do I want to do for him? I will spend my money to do something for him? No. Tógun bá mú àwọn èèyàn kò ń ṣe irú mi lògùn King White Mamu. Kó lọ tún check. Ó náà máa ń check àwọn èèyàn tó ń bá fẹ́ bá àwọn èèyàn rìn. Ó náà máa ń jáde sọ̀rọ̀ wọn. I heard that directly from his mouth. It's not like mo gbọ́ nǹkan sọ pé he said it. Pé àwọn máa ń jáde ni pé tó ń bá àwọn èèyàn dì. Ó máa ń kọjá
òótọ́ ni.
So kó padà lọ jáde. Kó lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn tó láyé. Yeah, dúkìá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kan.
No, Moniki President, hold on.
Okay. Kó lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó láyé pé bóyá òun lè fògùn òun mú mi. So when he was now saying I did something for him, that I filed an application for fundamental human rights for him, it was just a means to distort the truth. You might think he's not smart, although he carries himself like somebody who is not smart, because if you see him walking also, wàá rí pé ó jọ bí ẹni tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó fún. So anybody hearing him say that, now if you now hear the truth now, you feel like, I think he made a mistake. It doesn't really mean you. No, that's how they work. They know the truth, they put the truth there, but then they will change a key part of that truth just for their own selfish reasons. So it made it look like, oh, I've been going about shouting on TikTok that I've been helping him, that I help him stop the harassment from the police and all that. So that's why I had to insert my name there, where after all, it was a long sorrow, glory, fundamental human rights. You are not even the one that helped me. It was the lawyers that just did it voluntarily. That's what he said. The lawyers to Fowo Egba, King White. Ṣé the lawyers to Jenko Sanwo Fun? I understand it's possible you've taken money from some people. It's not even possible. It's like almost 100% certain that you took money from some set of people, because that is your mode of operation. Anytime there's any little issue, the next thing you're looking for the sets of people you want to exploit. You have them on your speed dial. You have those lists already. I'm sure if we ask people to show by raising hands now, I'm sure we have no less than 10 people here that have given you money at one point or the other. And if we now go further to ask them what the money they gave you, what was it for? You'll find out that you collected money in duplicity for the same things. We will still come into how you've been doing all this. We'll start with when you started with the first press conference and other things you did on behalf of this cause. I'm going to go deep, not because I want to expose you, but because I just want to set the record straight. This is not dragging, really. This is just setting the record straight. So you said I filed an application for you, which I never did. The lawyers, when we impose it on them, that they need to protect you by all means. In fact, Sister Temi was more like, ẹ ṣe àbúrò nǹkan tẹ́ bá máa ṣe tí wọ́n fi lérí kí n invite mu and all that. You know, our usual selfless service, like, just make sure you protect him and all that. Then the lawyer thought of it that, okay, since he's been invited and it's not like I don't know, but then I will do it because usually this is the time I take my nap. I always try to have 1 hour or 2 hours afternoon nap every day. It's good for the brain. You can try it too. Now that I can't do that again today, I might be a little bit grumpy. So I want bomi to yẹ kí ti fi sùúrù sọ, mo lè fi kanra sọ fún kó gbà bẹ́ẹ̀, kẹ́yìn náà dẹ̀ bá mi gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. So for this one, I'm not trying to embarrass him anyway. I'm only stating the facts here. He literally ran out of the police station that day. Mo embarrassed here, but that's what happened. Ó sá ní gbogbo ẹnu tó wá ní online pé àsọmọ Yorùbá pàtàkì òun wọlọ́pàá ẹ̀ báyìí tó ń wò òun tó ń ṣe kíníkan window tọ́ílẹ̀tì police station lóyún King White gbà sá jáde lọ́jọ́ yẹn. And that was why he had to leave his phone there. Ó fi phone sílẹ̀ sá lọ ni. So when you see people come online sometimes and they make some of these mouths, mo pé nígbà tó wá sọ kíní yẹn bí lọ́jọ́ yẹn wọ́n dà pé bí àwọn méjì àbí àwọn mẹ́ta kan wá ní olóògùn ọ̀fẹ́ o and all that. That is the image they want to come and create here. So that when next they come to you to ask for some things or to give you some lambas, as you call it, you just believe it without even fact checking or anything. So because really that day they were going to detain him. In fact, if not because the lawyer was also very smart, they were going to hold down the lawyer in his stead. That since your client ran away from the police station, that we're just going to hold you till you provide him. Because already they invited him earlier before. He went to maybe somewhere in Ibadan or something, and he lied to the lawyer that he went out of the country. And we started wondering, ṣé o ní passport ni àbí passport tí o lọ gbà ní passport office tí Bukky Jesse ká ẹ mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n snap a picture ẹ̀. Ṣé yẹn ló fi sáré rọ̀ bóyá o ti gba ṣebí passport nìkan kọ́ ló fi ń kúrò bóyá Ghana ṣá o. I don't think kò need the visa láti wọ Ghana. So but then he said he was out of the country, but then he only went to Ibadan there. I'm giving you all this background information just because I mentioned this fundamental human rights stuff. I wanted you to understand why it was the right thing, or why it was what we thought would save us. Otherwise, it's not like I want to go into all this. And also, before I even continue, if somebody has, I think there's a story behind this Patako Eshin Tamang Pewon. So there was a story behind it. Bóyá picture kan ni or something. Téèyàn kan bá rántí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi gbé sí tòsí. Because it's either he keeps forgetting some things or is just being mischievous altogether. We will come to that one too. So basically they've invited him. He was trying to dodge the police. knowing, I don't know, because I don't know why he was dodging the police, because we provided him with a team of lawyers to go there with him. But then eventually we prevailed upon him, oh, you need to go. You truly have a case to answer there, whether you like it or not, since there's no reason we can give them to say, oh, you are not coming. Unlike Wumi's own, where we have ample, we have enough reasons to give to them that she will not accept this invitation, and we gave them the valid reasons. But for his own, there was nothing. Yes, this person accused you of something, let's go there and settle it. But then, you know, sometimes when you've been shady all your life, you find it very difficult to enter the police station also. So basically, he ran out of the police station that day. And that was why he couldn't get his phone back. And the lawyer had to use all his own wit also to make sure he also gets home that day. Then when they got back to the office, they decided that the best thing to do is to file a fundamental human rights application for him. I'm saying this also because of the old fool, stupid and foolish late Aries, who doesn't know the meaning of fundamental human rights application. Because I overheard you this morning talking about it not being it being an alternate dispute resolution. Tó bá ti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹyọ kan, you and Papariano, you are like aditi. Tẹ́ bá ti ṣàṣà gbọ́ ẹyọ kan, yìí tẹ́ dẹ̀ máa sọ lọ for life nìyẹn. Because we told you about the alternate dispute resolution from the consent judgment of DNA issue. So the only thing to stick is brain here. So there's actually something that is called fundamental human rights application. And that is what we fight for King White. So, Motuti submit for any, let that one also stick there. So when next you're also arguing among your peers, go to le malo yen fi je won lo. Moving on from you. We filed that for him. And the essence of that is that it's more like he has taken up a case against the Nigerian police and against African TV. Because we saw the way they harassed him there. They tried to detain him. Because, let us be fair, whatever he has done with African TV was supposed to be a civil issue at best. It was supposed to just be, oh, you called me this name, come and prove it that I'm this name. It's just normal defamation. That is the best you can get out of that. And if you can prove that what you said is true, or you have some fact to support it, then you walk free. But then the Nigerian police, maybe because African TV, or maybe because he induced them or something, they decided to turn the whole case around and call it a criminal case. And they wanted to call it cyber bullying. And that is harassment in itself. And that was on that premise, on that ground, we're able to file the fundamental human rights application. So I also heard him saying, who fundamental human rights application help? Yes, you might not know it, you might not, I know. I don't think, is it about intelligence or it's about education here? Or maybe it's both. You definitely you're challenged there. Otherwise, if you come out here to talk about things like that, one would assume you just at least have a quick look up on these things, so that you don't look like a fool you've just presented yourself to be. That who did something up.
Babe, òyìnbó yẹn náà ẹ bá try láti máa break ẹ díẹ̀díẹ̀ kó má yẹ pé òun gan ló ń fa gbogbo. I don't understand. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. I see it. Èmi náà fẹ́ fi ṣe Yorùbá show fully, but mo ń pa máa láwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan láàrin wa tí wọn ò lè gbọ́ gbogbo Yorùbá yẹn tọ́ tó ń pọ́n tí tá bá mix here. So I don't want to lose anybody in this conversation.
No, ẹ jẹ́ kí English yẹn máa lọ tó bá wà okay, but tẹ́ bá ti lo big grammar ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ túmọ̀ ẹ̀. Kó má tún jẹ́ pé yẹn lọ máa tún lérìsì máa túmọ̀ fundamentals ọ̀nà òdì lọ́la rẹ̀.
nǹkan ṣe rí sí ẹ mọ̀ pọ́rọ̀ àwọn òkú lòun gbọ́ tiẹ̀ but we'll come back to that. Oh, even before I forget, though mo kàn fẹ́ sáré sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ilé ní máa fa ìyẹn lẹ́yìn lọ́hún torí ladies to ladies ni kémi mú ọkùnrin dání kẹ́yìn mú àwọn lady ibẹ̀ dání the other lady ibẹ̀ náà ni Sisi Jojo tẹ́ ń sọ mo ní pé òun náà gbẹnu sí nǹkan tó ń lọ.
ẹ fi yẹn lẹ̀.
ìyá Pythagoras a ti ṣe wòlíì fún Sam Jojo.
ẹ fi lẹ̀.
ẹ jẹ́ ń fa obìnrin lẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ń fa obìnrin lẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́ obìnrin sóbìnrin nìyẹn so kẹjọ bára yín fà á kẹjọ ẹ̀ ṣì mú King White sọ̀wọ́ náà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So, and he went up there to say all sorts of things. Maybe I might excuse him for ignorance or maybe some form of illiteracy in him. And he said all those things and he mentioned my name. And I will never discuss it that Emily mo ṣe kíní fún abẹ́ mi mo file kíní fún ẹ. Àwọn lawyer ló ṣe fún ẹ. And then you sum it up to be he did it voluntarily. So lawyer máa
and he knows he was done because he later called back to say statemi mo dúpẹ́ o àwọn lawyer yẹn sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ káwọn gbádùn ẹ ṣàṣe báyìí ṣe báyìí ṣe báyìí.
Yeah, eventually ó wá di abaramore jẹ báyìí. It is this is what you see in people like that. Lè máa note àwọn traits yẹn sílẹ̀ o. Traits of a traitor. Ó dà ń pín rhyme àbí traits of a traitor because eventually at the end of this show we have to rename this man. He will no longer be King White. He will be King of Traitors. Because that is gbogbo step tó ti ń ṣe látọjọ́ ọjọ́ ẹ̀. Eventually, ibi tó bá dé nìyẹn. Ibi tó end the journey justice from Mohbad there on this side. Ibi tó end the sí nìyẹn. So, meanwhile, lórí this same fundamental human rights. Ó níye tí àwọn lọ́ọ̀yà fi ṣe kínní àní títí kan passport photograph ẹ̀tọ́ take $1 1 kò san $1 kò san because usually it's supposed to also file make an affidavit too before the commissioner votes. The lawyers did everything for him, everything even to the last kobo. But you don't worry, we will settle this thing for you.
Emma Lau with the support of the platform because what is lawyer ló ṣe for free with the support of the platform.
Lawyer ṣe for free with the support of this platform.
They are on pro bono but this very one kò ṣe iṣẹ́ Wumi so.
Àkọ́dẹ̀ ń ṣe iṣẹ́ Wumi ló gbé ẹ dé and that's why some people might have noticed it. Maybe they noticed it in my voice the other day. When you were talking pé ọmọ ń jà fún àbí ọ̀rọ̀ Wùmí ló gbé ẹ débi, I was irritated pé no, you were actually not even working for her. In fact, if we start analysing it, we will see that you were actually working against her. Because when this issue of phone no ṣẹlẹ̀, ẹ má bínú, I'll keep taking you around, but I know you our people are smart. You ẹ má connect with wẹ̀ papọ̀. When this issue of phone nígbà tó ṣẹlẹ̀, you said you have your own lawyer, you asked for help, you called several people to get money somehow. Ìwọ ló ṣàyàdé àdúrà àti màmá Mohbad pé ìwọ ló fẹ́ máa ń dùn wọn káwọn kan fọwọ́ mú Wùmí kí wọ́n fọwọ́ mú àwọn. Sí nítò music industry ó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ àìdí promoter àbí manager for àdúrà. Everybody mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń wá ń di ẹ. But let's say you are doing it for God. I like giving benefit of doubt. Let's say o kàn ń ṣe tiẹ̀ fọ́lọ́run náà ni ká fà ẹ́ lọ́nà lọ́wọ́ lórí yẹn. But nígbà tí yù ṣẹlẹ̀, nígbà ló mọ̀ pé ó ní Sister Temi níbì kan, nígbà ló mọ̀ pé ó ní platform níbì kan tó lè wá báwọn èèyàn pé yá ẹ lọ sọ fáwọn èèyàn yín kó dáwó. And it is that tone and that audacity for me. Because anytime I get to speak with Sister Temi or something, the way tó máa pé máa yàn pé tí wàá pò ń pé káwọn lọ bá àwọn èèyàn káwọn lọ gbowó, what rubbish is that kó lọ gbowó bí tó owó tó ṣiṣẹ́ sí lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ sọ pé o ní lọ́ọ̀yà tẹ́ máa lò fún wọn. nígbà tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe press conference yín or something pé ẹ máa ṣe press conference ẹ ti gbẹ máa gbà wọn lọ́yà gbọ́dọ̀ yàtọ̀ and all that àárín òru ṣé òru gan ni àbí ìdájí lẹ sáré kọ̀ǹtáàtì lọ́yà Wùmí ní pé kọ́ wá gbà yín sílẹ̀ ẹ̀ ní lọ́yà tẹ́ máa lò fún press conference yẹn. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí orin Papariano gbàmígbàmí ni èèyàn máa ń gbà ní lọ́yà yẹn dẹ̀ wọ́n ń pòkè o one way or the other family member ọmọ òmí làwọn people yìí kò dẹ̀ sí pé bóyá ìjà anything wà láàrin wọn why not the lawyer came the lawyer did the press conference for you and even when the lawyer came you told the lawyer categorically that there should be no mention of Wumi's name in that press conference. That there should be no mention of her name.
Babe, reduce it. Ẹ má tó tán. Reduce it. Cucumber.
So, going back to fundamental human rights, this platform supported you. We raised money one way or the other, gave to the lawyers. The lawyers filed this application for you. And because of that application, you were able to walk free. Because he might not know, he might be ignorant of it. Otherwise, it's more or less, you made yourself a criminal by running or trying to escaping from the police station that day. But I'm guessing that would not have been your first. But moving forward, maybe I think I might have to play some of his videos. I didn't want to play them, but I think it will be Commander Benipe. I'm the one putting some of these words together so that you hear from his mouth directly, and the ones I feel need some form of clarification, I will clarify. So the first video he did this morning on a platform, I'll play that now.
Mo sọ ọbẹ̀ mi ò lè fi future mi orúkọ mi kí n máa take at risk kí n máa fi ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ pé.
hold on kakọ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti bẹ̀ yẹn ò ní orúkọ gbogbo whatever orúkọ tó bá rò bóyá o ní is out of deception. It's more like a mirage because orí TikTok ń bì náà ni o ti fi á kó àwọn èèyàn jẹ. King White, you created this perfect kind of character that it took people, it took us this long to discover who you really are. It took us like more than a year to really know that there's nothing white about you. So when you come out and whenever people come out, study them, one of the first things they say, especially if they are trying to show who they are, check that statement very well. The same thing with stupid Yomi Fabiyi, any small thing. I'm an activist, I'm a kinikon. When you see people boasting of name, boasting of things like that, you will know that it's something they really want, but they don't have yet. Or maybe it's something they might never even get. So the first thing tó ń sọ ni pé o lè fi orúkọ o lè fi future wo ló ní need the justice for Mohbad, nothing. Future wo ló ní, the only future tèmi rò bóyá o lè ní with any small thing your guy ti sọ pé kó má ṣe kinní kan, the highest future tó lè ní pé bóyá kò jẹ́ kí ló ti máa ń pe àwọn tó máa ń ṣígun fáwọn ọmọ ogun yẹn, bóyá balógun or something àbá ò lè já pè nànà, bóyá kò jẹ́ balógun nínú OPC yín. That's the only future I can see here. So what has that got to do with justice here? Let me play it.
Mi ò mọ wọ́n mẹsẹ̀ ń pa ẹ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gang up láti lè máa ṣépè fún mi.
Wọ́n gang up, wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣépè fún ẹ King White. O get it wrong ni. And don't get this message wrong too. This show is not about to drag you. Yes, we might get to that stage before the show ends eventually, but at least at this time, I'm only trying to set the record straight. Concerning anybody to gang up against here, ìwọ ló gbẹ̀yìn bẹ́bọ jẹ́, ìwọ ló gbẹ̀yìn lọ bá àwọn traitor ẹgbẹ́ ẹ ìwọ ló rò ó lọ́sọ̀kan òru kan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní chaati African television Larry Ọmọdọ̀lẹ̀. So ìwọ ló rò ó pé òkè o the next ni pé kẹ́ lọ yanjú yòókù ní orí TikTok. Dó ẹ ti sọ fún wa pé plan yẹn àgbà yẹn fún yín. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn bá tó dẹ̀ ṣe tán ìwọ ló rò ó pé the next thing tó máa ṣe ni pé kò rán ajá ẹ̀ síta ní pé o ti wà tí ò dá o kí host kan má sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ kó gàgé ẹ̀. Kí ló fi ra ẹ̀pẹ̀ náà King White? But yeah, continue.
èèyàn tó ń ṣépè fún mi tó ń fún mi lépè tó gbé mi síta gbangba tó ń bú mi.
Ó hùwà ìpè ní sùúrù, ó hùwà ìpè ní King White, ó hùwà ìpè ní ọ̀dà àsìkò yẹ kẹ́rù ìpè máa bà ẹ́. Normally ó pera ẹ lọ́mọ Yorùbá, ó pera ẹ lọ́mọ OPC. Dáàdì mi kọ́ lọ́n fọ̀rùn kẹ́ wọn, àná tó bá hùwà ìpè lè pé má jà. Kọ́ gbé ìpè kalẹ̀, kọ́ gbé everything, kọ́ gbé kalẹ̀. Tó o bá ti hùwà ìpè kọ́ ṣe látẹ̀ní dọ̀la kò lè jà ẹ́. So you are afraid nítorí o mọ̀ pé ìwà tó ń wo ìwà ìpè ni. Otherwise gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe kò yẹ kó move ẹ at all. Tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ bí anybody ń ṣépè fún ẹ. Tó o bá hùwà ìpè báwo lè pè ṣe fẹ́ jà ẹ́ náà? Ṣé nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run tó ń sìn ọ̀dá ẹ lójú ni? Kò sí bí èpè ṣe lè jà ẹ́ tó o bá hùwà ìpè. So I think they call it, they say a clear conscience. Kò lè fear anything, but because you know your conscience is not clear, you know how you have soiled your hands. You know how you have gotten in bed with enemies. You know how you have planned evil. Tọ́lọ́run dẹ̀ ń cast here every now and then. That's why you are afraid. Torí most of the time, tí àwọn èèyàn wá ń bì tó bá sọ pé ń ṣépè anything. At the end of the day, most of them wọ́n máa ń fi àdàbí sínú ẹ̀. Pé àfi tó bá ṣe kíní yìí o, àfi tí kíní bá ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Most of the time wọ́n máa ń fi sínú ẹ̀. So tí wò bá wùwẹ̀ pé kí ló yẹ kó máa bà ẹ́ lẹ́rù tó tó yìí tó fi ń gbọ̀n kiri ilẹ̀ láti jẹta báyìí. Èpè ló dẹ̀ ń polè o tó bá ti jalè eventually èpè ló máa pa King White. Let's go.
tí ẹ̀ ń ṣe gbogbo eléyìí fún mi èmi àti yóò ṣàjọ sọ̀rọ̀ à ń jà lọ́wọ́ ni.
Sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé ń gbọ́ ní rọ́ọ̀ṣì olóhùn àti erésì òjò sọ̀rọ̀ ṣíọ ṣé wọ́n ti kà.
sọ̀rọ̀ báwo lọ ṣe ń béèrè àdírẹ́sì ìyá Mohbad báwo lọ ṣe ń fowó lọ́yìn kẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ against Ọmọwùmí ẹjọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ rí.
bọ́yì máa parọ́ ni nǹkan tí mo sọ pé I'm only here to set the record straight. Mo wá bì láti bu ẹni pé mo bu látàárọ̀. I'm only here stating the facts. Ẹ jẹ́ à continue.
ṣe nǹkan báyìí pé kí n wá èmi àti yín ṣì ń jà lọ́wọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni pẹ̀lú báyìí ń jà tó gbéyàwó mi ṣépè gbéyàwó mi sórí screen.
Ṣé wọ́n tú ajá ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún pé kó lọ gbé àwọn.
olórí burúkú wo ló máa ń sọ ìyàwó lórí olóṣó títọ́ọ̀kì stop it lóṣì ọkọ olóṣó ẹ má bínú jàre bàbá wa.
Kò sí wàhálà mà.
Ṣé ní bad thing fún mi so èèyàn tó máa ń ṣe yẹn fún yàn lálọ́
ẹ má bínú oṣó yìí máa lọ́ǹgì díẹ̀ torí bí bá yẹn ń gbọ́ àwọn pọ́ìntì kankan máa pọ̀ sí ẹ̀ lè bínú sí mi ni. Ó ní wọ́n ṣe ní bad thing fóun èèyàn tó fi 5 million lọ ẹ bá lè fẹ́ ṣe bad thing fún ẹ good thing ló ń ṣe fún ẹ náà. Kò sí wàhálà ẹ jẹ́ á tún continue.
Nínú ẹni yẹn àtẹni tó ṣe lè tá lọ́rẹ́ gidi.
Òun ni ọ̀rẹ́ ni ẹ tó fẹ́ fún 5 million òun lọ́rẹ́.
Ṣé tó máa bẹ̀ mí láti lè bẹ̀ mí pé kí wá ṣe anything mọ́.
Ẹni tó bá bẹ̀ pé kó wá ṣe anything ayé onítọ̀hún ò lè dá King White.
tó bá jẹ́ ṣe underground náà tó bá go against àbó go for Ọmọwùmí gan bó ṣe máa jẹ́ bó ṣe sọ nìyẹn àṣẹ́gun tó.
Bí ìwọ náà bá dẹ̀ ṣe anything tó yí padà tó ṣe anything ayé tiẹ̀ náà ò lè dá King White. Tó bá dẹ̀ tún wá lọ sọ pé ó fẹ́ sabotage any process or anything tó relate mọ́ kéèsì àbí tó relate mọ́ Ọmọwùmí àwọn tó láyé ò ní gbà fún ẹ ilé àdẹ̀mú ẹ.
ọ̀yàn tó bá dẹ̀ bẹ̀ mí tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ikú gbóná ikú òjijì ló máa ń lò máa
ìwọ ni ikú gbóná àti ikú òjijì máa pa ìwọ ló máa pa. Ẹ jẹ́ fọ́wọ́dù tọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin yìí àwọn obìnrin tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí kí fọ́wọ́dù ẹ̀ síwájú díẹ̀.
ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣe jẹ́ ká gbọ́ kalẹ̀ fún wèrè lẹ́sìn.
You understand? They are users, they are manipulators.
Sisi Jojo ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn o.
To realize, do you understand? They have actually cost you better relationship with people. You have done like you don't want to offend these people. Meanwhile, etiti share ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn. Àwọn tí ò yẹ kẹ́ tiẹ̀ ṣe rárá. Ó dẹ̀ máa ń dùn mí. Àwọn tí ò yẹ kẹ́ ṣe just because you want to satisfy some stupid set of people.
Kò ní dáa fún ẹ Jojo.
Ẹ jọ ṣé lórí burúkú ni Jojo ní tani kí white kò tani kò jẹ́ kó ṣẹ̀. Ṣé Sanko àbí tani Sisi Jojo sàbọ̀ lórí burúkú ni Sisi Jojo ní.
Kánú ojú kọ̀ọ̀kan yẹ kó ṣe kárí.
Ayé Sisi Jojo tó dàbí àmọ́ Aphrodite yẹn. Kò yé mi tani king white tani wọ́n ti kò máa ṣẹ̀ ṣé African TV ṣé láti àbí tani because I don't understand.
Àwọn tí ò yẹ kó ṣẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Sisi Jojo kò dẹ̀ ní bá mi dá fún ẹ kò ní bá mi bẹ́ńṣọ́ fọ́kọ tó gbé ẹ sílé àbólórí burúkú ní alága ẹ.
Ọ̀nà yìí ọkọ̀ ẹ̀ máa bàjẹ́. Olóṣì.
Ẹ máa gbọ́dọ̀ tó ń sọ náà àwa ló ń pè ní user kí ni king white ṣe fún wa ṣé ó gbówó lẹ̀ ni àbó fìyẹ̀ dájọ́ fún Wumi ni kí ló ṣe.
Kò sí jẹ́ kó ọ tí ò gbowó. Olórí burúkú
ẹjọ́ má bínú ọ̀gá mi ẹjọ́ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀.
olórí burúkú kùkùté.
Ọ̀gá mi ẹ máa bá lọ bí akẹ́ fọwọ́dì Jojo a máa padà sí.
Kò ní yẹ king white dádì wẹ̀ má bínú bàbá wa.
Ó ní oní camera down sọ́nù ní wá ẹ̀jẹ̀ yín tẹ́bà tí fún mi camera down yín ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá fi ránṣẹ́.
Èmi ti sọ fún yín lájọ pé mo ti ṣẹ́ẹ̀bù ẹ̀yìn gan rẹ̀ sẹ́ǹdì kìíní à máa sẹ́ǹdì fọ́tò tèmi olórí ìta mi Jojo ó ń ju ẹ ta ló máa fún wèrè ẹ camera down olóṣì àmọ́ Aphrodite wọ́n ló kó àtòbò lóní olóṣì
ibi tí wèrè dẹ̀
tún wèrè
kò ní.
ó kó ẹ̀rí ṣékélé báyìí ní àbí ìtọ́mọ primary school wèrè.
Ẹ jọ yẹ kí Mr. Patagrass máa sọ̀rọ̀ olùkọ́ máa lọ lose thoughts wọn because he needs to do that clarification. A máa padà sí Sam Jojo kéré òun ló kéré jù a máa wá fún ẹ ní sẹpẹ́sẹpẹ́.
Àwọn tí bá dẹ̀ ti ṣẹ̀kọ́ dáríjì yẹn and fundamental human right tí Pythagoras sọ pé òun file kò file fundamental human right kankan fèmí o.
Mo sọ pé mo file ẹ̀ fún ẹ ìsídà kó jẹ́ pé tí ń dùn ẹ́ àbókọ́ mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fẹ́ ya wèrè ni kò síbi tí mo ti sọ ọgán pé mo file fundamental human right fún ẹ ó pààyàn fún mi ni kí ló máa file fundamental human right fún ẹ kí ló gbé fún mi kí ló fi pay mi nothing so why do I owe you anything? Yes, I know you have this sense of entitlement where people are supposed to do things for you because the other day while he was making this threat tọ́dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ ń sọ online níyìn pé àwọn nǹkan tí wọn náà fara gbá oko security lọ sí kinní kan ọ̀dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ pé ó gbówó security yìí now pé you collected money ọ̀dẹ̀ ń béèrè pé which money ọ̀dẹ̀ ní ṣó gbówó ni the next thing tó máa sọ ní pé tí o bá gba 20 million gan o deserve where you work for it o work fún 20 iṣẹ́ ìwèrè wo ló ṣe fún 20 million iṣẹ́ wo ló ṣe ta ló pààyàn fún ní the justice for Mohbad àbí ṣàṣírí kan wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni táṣírí bá wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ King White lọ tú o káwọn tó láyé má béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ o ní tí wọ́n bá jẹ 20 million pé o deserve ẹ̀ pé you work for it iṣẹ́ wo ló ṣe ó mọyé ilẹ̀ tó máa tàkó tó rí commission tó máa súnmọ́ 20 million ni ẹ jẹ́ à continue.
Lọ́yà yẹn ló sọ voluntarily pé òun fàìlẹ̀ and ní ló pé 15 days.
Ṣẹ̀bọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ owó sí lọ́yà yẹn lọ́wọ́ àbí ìrandíran ẹ̀kan ṣiṣẹ́ owó sí lọ́wọ́ ó fàìlẹ̀ voluntarily òun ò ní family tóun máa feed àbí lọ́yà yẹn ò ní family tó máa feed ó wá ṣerú ayé ni ó fàìlẹ̀ voluntarily look at the sense of entitlement in that.
Fóònù ọmọ tó gba fóònù ẹ̀ tó ti wà ń bẹ̀.
Fóònù ẹ̀ ni o kò ṣe fóònù ọmọ ọlọ́mọ o fóònù ẹ̀ ni o nǹkan tí máa ń sọ fún mi pé they will come out they will want to distort the truth ó ní fóònù ọmọ ọlọ́mọ fóònù ẹ̀ kejì lọ́gbà sílẹ̀ o nǹkan tó ń ka lára nìyẹn bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nọ́mbà àwọn mága yòókù wà ó ní fóònù ọmọ ọlọ́mọ kò ń ṣe fóònù ọmọ ọlọ́mọ fóònù ẹ̀ gangan ni fóònù ẹ̀ kejì lọ́gbà sílẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ nígbà tó ń fi máa gbójú wíńdò tọ́lẹ́ẹ̀tì sá lọ tí ó lè padà àmú yẹn.
anything tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí African TV tó ń sọ pé mo parí ìjà pẹ̀lú òun ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ yọwọ́ gbogbo kinní yẹn tó gba fóònù yẹn fún ọmọ yẹn padà. So what are we saying?
ẹ ṣáàdẹ̀ ti move over ó ti move over sọ́dọ̀ African TV ọ̀hún náà ta ló di ẹ̀ mú jàǹbá tá a jà fún jàǹbára ni kò sí wàhálà ẹjọ́ lọ ṣe for a few at least ẹ ti ń ṣe lábẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Thank God we were able to expose you because there are a lot of things like this you've been doing on the ground. Eléyìí kò bu ẹ lọ́wọ́ ni instead kò dẹ̀ ọ̀rá wa bóyá máa apologize pé kọ́ daṣọ àṣírí bù ẹ́ òun kò fẹ́ dà sí rough láàfi wọn pé no àwọn ò lè bo kíní ẹ̀ yìí o we will not. It's either you come out clean and thank God you are coming out clean now. So let's continue.
tó dáa tí wọ́n ń gbé wa ṣe pé tó ń ṣe nǹkan burúkú téèyàn bá padà ṣe mọ́ mo fi pé mi ò owe anybody ní apology.
Àwa ọ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ apology lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Nobody is asking you for any apology, King White. Nobody. We don't want any apology from you. You have tendered your resignation letter, and we have accepted it. In fact, àti fún ẹni gratuity ẹ̀ gan pé kó máa lọ. Torí tá a bá fi máa ṣí gbogbo owó tó wọlé sí màá yín lọ́wọ́ téèyàn bá really fẹ́ go deep and dirty into this thing. Bọ̀bọ̀ ètí jọbẹ̀ nínú justice from body yìí. It's a pity. Pé ẹ mọ̀ one of the things we pride ourselves with ni pé kò sí gbogbo rubbish tó ń ṣe lọ́hùn yẹn kò sí bí. But this man keeps going from one person to another person láìsọ fẹ́lẹ̀ láìsọ fún tọ̀hún just to collect money for the same thing. Most of the things tábà tí táwọn sister tẹ́mi bá ti arrange owó lórí platform tó ti fún it will still go into the inbox of some people tó ti mark sílẹ̀ pé ẹ̀mọ́ ní kóhun tó bá àwọn èèyàn rìn ó náà máa ń check wọn wò ní ti ìbílẹ̀ ó máa ń wọlé tì wọ́n so ó ti mọ gbogbo àwọn tó máa ń bá yẹn ó ti mọ gbogbo wọn so tó bá ti gbowó kinní for example bá ti gbowó security ó ti máa tó tún máa lọ bá inbox táwọn èèyàn tún máa sanwó security míì fún scam yẹn nìyẹn so that is the scam if you really tábà ní ká jókòó tì lọ́rùn ká ṣe gbogbo kinní yìí tẹ́ bá rí lẹ́niwẹ̀ máa sọ kó pa ni o but àtúnyì máa bò láṣìírí díẹ̀ because ojú tó bá mọ̀yàn náà kò lè náà mọ̀yàn mọ́ until tó bá rí lè wá ya wèrè sí wa lọ́rùn dáadáa then we might not have a choice but to let it all out. Let's continue.
Any apology, you no want any explanation.
Dẹ́nu ẹ dákẹ́ Sisi Jojo.
What is going on here? This is fundamental human rights. Òṣìṣẹ́ ṣe yẹn lọ mọ̀wé kò mọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Èyí sọ pé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ kó ṣẹ́ jẹ́ ká lọ́dọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá. Èèyàn wá sáré offend fundamental human rights for what? And what you did.
Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ idiot tí káti ẹ̀ gbà pé King White òun náà ní tricks tọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. He was even trying to correct the idiot called Supreme to condemn Iron Lady. He was even trying to correct her that there is something like that. But me expect kóhun tí ẹ wá parọ́ ni then we can now bring it out. But ó ń try láti correct ọ̀dọ̀ yẹn but that one nìyẹn.
Mr. Patrick ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ jẹ́ ká set record kan straight àwa obìnrin a fẹ́ jòjò lọ́dọ̀ wa àwọn ẹranko ní kẹ́ fi wé ẹ má fi wé obìnrin àwọn obìnrin gan lọ́pọlọ jùlọ ẹ ṣé sà.
ẹ má bínú kò ń ṣe tọ́lọ́pọlọ lèmi fi wò ó pé bóyá statue and all things bẹ́ẹ̀ lèmi fi ṣe mo sọ pé ọpọlọ kọ́ mo fi wò ó tó bá jẹ́ tọpọlọ ni àárín àwọn.
táṣọ obìnrin rárá sòkòfin kankan jọ wá ẹranko yẹn.
àní hermaphrodite lè yàn ẹni ẹ máa pe ní in between.
àwọn olú máa bá a dì pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà.
ẹ máa pe ní in between.
èmi ò ní time láti dì pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. ẹ bá ti ní in between àti mọ̀ pé jòjò lẹ́ ń sọ. ok ẹ bọ̀ máa fà lọ́wọ́ náà still.
ẹ filẹ̀ fún wa sẹ́ wàláhì yálàyé ẹ̀gbọ́n àmàgbé sáré ṣó ni wọ́n ṣépè fóun ní abómi tó fi wẹ̀ fún nígbà tí wọ́n bí ẹ̀ ó dà pé wọ́n dà sí express àánú òun béèrè tó báyìí ẹ má bá ti ń lọ dá mi.
ẹ máa wo the stupid aries tí ọpọlọ ẹ wà nínú ìdí ẹ tí wọ́n sọ tó ẹ máa gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ ẹ jẹ́ clear kẹ́ gbọ́ fúnra yín.
hold on now. ADR is what you did.
Imagine, idiot. ADR is what you did. Oh, ní document ọ̀hún lọ́wọ́. You don't know anything about it. You are saying it confidently. ADR is what you did. You are even affirming it like. Mo ṣe fún ẹ.
Ẹjọ́ ọ̀gá mi ṣé CMC lọ́lọ́ ni? Ṣé CMC lọ́lọ́ ni àbí arbitrator wo ló intercede gan tó fi jẹ́ ADR?
ADR kí ni ADR tí ì ṣe? Nípa pẹ̀lú pé onọ́rọ̀ wà ní station ó ní ADR. What is ADR? Ṣé ADR ṣé nu station lọ ti ń ṣe ADR ni? Àbí kò ń ṣe tọ́rọ̀ bá ti dé kóòtù lọ́sẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ó yá ṣe fẹ́ lọ resolve dispute láàrin ara yín or not? Mo dẹ̀ sọ pé mo fẹ́ attend sí ohun torí bígbà tí mo kọ̀ fún ní cheap popularity ní báyìí. Let's move on.
What is ADR? Alternative dispute resolution is what you did. So you did what they call alternative dispute resolution. And it's nǹkan tí Wùmí náà ṣe nìyẹn ìgbà tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bá fa ọ̀rọ̀ DNA. Wùmí also did alternative dispute resolution.
Nǹkan tó stick sí brain ìtọ̀dọ̀ yẹn ni ẹ̀dọ́ kò ń ṣe idiot tí ìlàwá fún bọ̀tá máa yà bàrà dọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ náà lẹ́ǹkọ̀ọ̀kan. Tí ọ̀rọ̀ Wùmí ẹ̀ ló stick sórí ẹ̀ because ìyẹn wà nínú gbogbo nǹkan tá a explain fún wọn gbà náà pé nígbà tí wọ́n lè get court order eventually they had to opt for alternate dispute resolution. So nǹkan tó yìí stick sí brain yẹn sí nìyẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé ó dín ní ẹyọ kan tó ṣèṣì gbọ́n yóò máa dì í mú ni.
Ẹjọ́ mi má bínú, let me just chip in because field wà lélẹ̀. You see, reason why mo fi mọ it down ni pé I work in CMC for a long time because I got tired of litigation. I just wanted something that is soft for me. And ADR is one of the things that goes soft. You just need to mediate and give them legal guidance. For you to go to ADR, gbọ́dọ̀ tí lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá náà. So ADR is just like, so lè sọ pé you went to police station, then police ló wá direct yín lọ sí ADR. For what exactly? And torí kò yé mi, ṣe láti police station ni wọ́n gbà lọ sí ADR ni, àbí ṣé nu police station yẹn ni wọ́n ti ń ṣe ADR? Because police kan ló ti ń ṣe ADR. ADR is a different department entirely. Is either you take yourself there from the get-go or the court will refer you to ADR. So kò yé mi, what exactly is Aries trying to say here?
Ẹ má jẹ́ ká argue pẹ̀lú Aries jù. Ibi tí knowledge ẹ̀ dé nìyẹn. Don't forget this is the same Aries tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ kí ẹ̀ tí ò rí 4 hours tí ò rí complete 4 hours ṣe in a week because kò wà diligent enough kò mọ ìwọ̀nba nǹkan tó ń ṣe nínú iṣẹ́ kí ẹ̀ náà tí wọ́n fi lè rí 4 hours fún. But then she keep parading herself online like she knows something about law, she knows something about almost everything. Instead of you to just listen to the man tó lọ́rọ̀ ọgbọ́n wà wájú ẹ̀ ó ń try láti correct ẹ̀ ń pẹ́ wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ṣe òun kò fẹ́ sọ pé Pythagoras kan ló ṣe fóun ni but ó sọ pé what you did is ADR, what you did is ADR, and the other one too náà irú ròní borun ìyẹn náà dẹ̀ wọ́n pé wo tó bá ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé since tó bá ti máa pay narrative mi I'll just keep quiet. And the same thing, you don't know, that's what is common on those side àwọn this so-called justice for Mohbad. Once tí èèyàn kan bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, even if the other person knows the truth, they will just máa kọ̀ dákẹ́ pé okay kìíní yìí support narrative wa. Let me digress a little bit. They were discussing something on a platform, I think, this morning, or maybe it was a record somewhere. Mo ń gbọ́ láti another platform ni on stream where àbí bóyá dẹ̀ record ẹ̀ ni. And ó ní voice kan, ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí president sọ níbí yìí nígbà ọ̀rọ̀ King White yìí náà tó sọ pé ní pé bóyá tó bá ṣe kinní kan àbí tó bá dalẹ̀ or something pé ikú gbóná tó gba Mohbad lọ́wọ́ Ọmọwùnmí pé òun náà ló máa gbà lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀. So ọmọ ọ̀dẹ adatọ́ kan tó ń pera ẹ̀ ní bóyá Ọ̀gbá TV àbí ọ̀kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó ti gbé fídíò mi kan rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà. Ó wá lọ ṣe voice over lórí fídíò yẹn. Ó wá twist ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn around pé ikú gbóná pé kọ́ máa gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ni sàn bí o pé ikú gbóná tí Wùnmí fi pa Mohbad ni ọmọ àlè ẹ wá twist ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ìyẹn ò ní ọpọlọ náà tiẹ̀ ọmọdé ni so àlè excuse yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn sàló ló máa ń treat tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ bóyá ńgbà tí sàló dẹ̀ jáde mọ́ ó hàn pé kóun wá ṣe justice díẹ̀. The next thing ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni Aries àti Ayaminka tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní debate pé àṣẹ president mọ ọmọ Wùmí ti jẹ́wọ́ fún president pé ikú báyìí ni ó pa Mohbad and all that. Fortunately ọmọ ẹrú yẹn Àdùkẹ́ orí tìyẹn pé ní àárọ̀ yìí ìyẹn wá ń try láti correct wọn pé irọ́ ọmọ ọ̀dẹ́ yìí ló distort information yẹn pé ẹ padà lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tó sọ kíní ẹ̀gàn kẹlẹ́ ọgbọ́n nǹkan tíyàn ẹ̀ ń sọ ọ̀gàn ní pọ́tọ̀ nìkan tíyàn ẹ̀ ń sọ ìṣe lọ gang up lórí ọmọ yìí o ọmọ ẹnu ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òun náà ní wèrè díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́.
bóyá torí ẹ̀ nìyẹn ṣe táàgì mi torí àtàlẹ́ àná mo ti rí tádùkẹ́ táàgì mi lórí post yẹn èmi kàn jẹ́wọ́ pé kò fẹ́ bá dùn mí mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ comment mo kàn tún kúrò ń bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wàdùkẹ́ wà òkè.
ìyẹn ṣàbá wọn múlẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yẹn ń pèsè àníkẹ́ má jẹ́ ká máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ ni ọmọ yìí ló ṣe mistake ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tẹ́ni yìí sọ Aries àti Ayaminka ṣe ló ń pa no ó ti jẹ́wọ́ fún wọn ní ẹmọ wèrè yìí Ayaminka náà tó bá ti tí wèrè ẹ bá ti gùn àrò tó ń pa lọ nìyẹn the same thing gẹ́lẹ́ ni King White ṣe ń bì
ẹni ṣoríire gbogbo yín ẹ lọ gbé òun ló pa Mohbad ẹ lọ gbé ṣẹlẹ̀ ya wèrè ni ariwo lórí burúkú yìí náà lẹ ń pa látọjọjọ yìí ẹ rí mú ẹ̀yin wèrè ikú gbóná tí ó gba Mohbad lọ́wọ́ Wùnmí mo tútù sọ tí ó jẹ́ kí Wùnmí kó jèrè Mohbad ikú gbóná yẹn ló máa pa ẹ́ King White tó bá yẹ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ yẹn òótọ́ ló ń sọ ló máa níwá tí olórí burúkú aṣẹ́wó Mary olóṣò TikTok ló máa gbà ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀
àwọn tó láyé ti
sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí kò ní yẹ yín
àwọn tó láyé ti fàṣẹ sí i.
bó ṣe máa jẹ́ nìyẹn bàbá wa ẹ má bínú bàbá wa.
so bẹ́ẹ̀ so kẹ́rí the same thing tí King White ṣe ń bì nìyẹn ó dákẹ́ lọ nípa since nìkan tó ń sọ favour òun tí Aries ti jump on it láti defend òun let me just keep quiet and what does that say about him is as evil as Aries because how do evil things prevail? It's only when good people keep quiet. That's why you see evil things going around. But when the good people who are there, once they speak up, once they tell people, come on, don't do that, people will sit up. But it will keep, whatever goes around, eventually will come around to you. That is when you now start crying wolf. He kept quiet because Aries' narrative was in line with whatever he came up there to do. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún continue.
Pythagoras sọ pé òun fáìlì kò fáìlì fọ́nà tó gba fóònù yẹn fún ọmọ yẹn padà. So what are we saying?
ọkàn èèyàn sọ pé ó ṣẹ̀ mí mo ṣẹ̀ jẹ́ ká lọ rojọ́ lọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá èèyàn wá sáré fight fundamental human rights for what and what you did.
There is something like that.
What you did. Hold on now. ADR is what you did. Nǹkan tí Wùnmí náà dẹ̀ ṣe nìyẹn. What is ADR? Alternative dispute resolution.
Jọ̀ṣẹ́ lè fọwọ́dì ọ̀dọ̀ yìí sí yìí.
Alternative dispute resolution. And it's nǹkan tí Wùnmí náà àjọjọ́ pẹ̀lú ká sọ nítorí ìlúbí wàá ṣe ń bí wàá ṣe ń bí wàá ṣe bí òkè má bínú wọ́n náà nìyẹn. Àgòfin fàyè gba alternative seek peace in as much as it is in your hand. Ẹ má bínú kiri kan bó ṣe.
Sí nǹkan tó lè kò sí nǹkan tó kọ. Ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣẹ́ tí ẹ rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo àwọn yẹn èmi lọ́rọ̀ kínní kò sí nǹkan tó lè kò sí nǹkan tó kọ̀ mí consigning that anymore ṣe get. Kò dé pé bóyá mo bá àwọn kan ṣe ibi báyìí ni King White wá sí no I just want to work on myself.
You are not working on yourself. What kí ló ní tó fẹ́ work on? What self ló ní? You don't even have any self to work on. You've lost yourself in this cause. You've gone to the enemy's camp. O ti wine, o ti dine pẹ̀lú wọn. You don't even know who you are anymore. So what self are you talking about working on? Not self at all. You want to work on yourself? No, we know where you sit now. Don't come up here and try to gaslight anybody or try to continue with this your deception. Simbi o silon. Wà ń bẹ̀, whether you like it or not. Àti kó ẹ mọ́rógà. Wà ń bẹ̀, ibẹ̀ yẹn ló wà. So tó bá ti ń yìnbọn fún wọn, tó bá ń jù wọn ní búlẹ̀tì ní pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀, ó máa bà ẹ́ náà. ẹ ti jọ wà papọ̀ ìwà àtàwọn gùrẹ́sì tó ń fi síbí sẹ́nu sọ̀rọ̀ the rest you guys are together now.
mo fẹ́ wà ní àyàrá mi kékeré dúró because.
ẹ ti kúrò nínú ìdè.
òun ló di àwọn èèyàn wa òun ló gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa I wish these people can know gbogbo havoc tí màá yìí tó ti ṣe níbí yìí òun ló ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa òun ló fa àwọn èèyàn wa sínú ìdè.